Hey, what's going on? Ooh. Look at that. My bald is uneven. Let me get dead fucking center. Yeah, it's me. It's not the camera. Ooh. Just got to get the weirds out. Just got to get the weirds out. I'm about to film for my main channel tomorrow. What is that? You? What are you doing? About to film on my main channel tomorrow. It's been almost 2 weeks, and I just wanna get some things off my chest before I start filming. You are so annoying right now. He's going to town on the scratch pad. Anyway, yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since I filmed last, and on my main channel. A little bit longer than that on this channel. Man, that was rough. So I'm just kind of getting into things, getting the weirds out a little bit. I'm thinking of doing... I don't even want to call it a podcast because, well, it's not. It's only on YouTube. What the fuck is this down here? I'm all unprepared and shit. Yeah, it's not a podcast because it's not something you listen to on your iPod. You know, hence the podcast. At least I think that's why it's called that. It's just a natural, just my long form content. You know, I don't like to do short stuff. Even like half-an-hour videos I don't like to do. I always have so much to say because I can't ever shut the fuck up. I'm gonna do tomorrow's Sunday. There's these guys I like. They don't pop up a video until Sunday. I kind of get the last bits of, you know, the weekly recap. Kind of figure out what I wanted to talk about, and then on Monday. No, today's Sunday. What the fuck am I talking about? Mondays. I just like to watch their shit before I do mine. Before I copy all their content. No. There's maybe one topic in there I want to talk about. I don't steal anyone else's shit. But I already got a list of things I want to talk about going back a couple of weeks. So I'm a little nervous because tomorrow's, I guess it's gonna be like episode 1 of my shit. I've been thinking of trying to strike a balance between everything. I don't want to like film too much and burn myself out real easy. I'm talking if I do a video every other day for a week, I fucking burn myself out. But when I sit down and talk, I like to talk for a while. You know, and there's not always something to talk about. It's so fucking weird. I've stopped trying to chase the algorithm and figure out what the hell is going on. So I think I've decided on a weekly post, a weekly topic. In addition to my monthly topic, I do a topic once a month that doesn't eat up one of the 4 slots, one of the four weeks out of the month, so we're looking at like 5 videos a month. That's not too bad. But, you know, they're going to be like 2 hours, 2 hour plus long videos. And, I mean, it's a podcast, you know, lengthwise, format-wise. It's not really what I was trying to go for. But one person a while ago said as much. And I took that as a compliment. Anyway, enough about that shit. Enough about that fucking shit. That's not what I'm sitting here filming about. Just need to get the weirds out a little bit before then. Topic is COVID. So, I got my second shot. I did a video talking about I was about to get my first shot. It was weeks ago. And I got my second shot on the 25th. No. Yeah, the 25th. It is now the 30th. So, yeah. The fuck did I even get this fucking COVID shot for? They're gonna be locking everything down again, you know? I am not... You know, I am not... Oh God, it's so politicized too. It's so sickeningly politicized. The COVID shot. I don't have a goddamn doctor, you know, so I didn't have anyone recommend I get it. I caved to my family, specifically my aunt, my grandmother, aka just my aunt, that takes care of my grandmother. She kind of threatened to not let me see my grandmother ever if I don't get the COVID shot. And it's like, I don't know. Fucking whatever then, you know? But, you know, of course I got the Pfizer one, the 2-shot, you know, 1, 2, and I'm just not down with this shit. First of all, I'm younger, you know, I have zero fear, zero. Maybe stupidly, and if you want to call me stupid, that's fine. I've already been called stupid before, but not really, that's fine. But I have zero fear of catching COVID. Zero. It's not that I don't think I could ever catch it. It's that I don't care if I do. I don't care. I might have already gotten it. I don't know. There was a time I was a little under the weather for like a couple of weeks. Felt a little tired. Kind of trouble breathing a little bit. Not breathing, but I had shortness of breath. Slightly. I was just tired. I stopped doing my workouts because of that. Like, it just stopped me dead in my tracks. I have a little routine I do. I just do push-ups, sit-ups, curls, and squats. That's why I got, you know, this big fat gut. But my upper body's alright. That's how I like it, I guess. I may have gotten it. Might have just been a cold. Anyway, yes, I already did a video on my last, on the last COVID shot, you know. So I went and I got that. And I went to get my second one. That's already come and gone. That was a shit show. That was a fucking shit show. I get it. My grandmother is 85. She's got Alzheimer's. She's farther along than Biden even. But my aunt that takes care of her, like, she's the one that wanted me to get this. My aunt is... Just imagine just the worst... Just imagine the worst fucking hypochondriac. These left-leaning freakouts. You know what I mean? Just the ones that you see on, you know, YouTube and TikTok videos and shit like that. Just imagine the worst psychopath. That's what she is. Even before COVID, she wouldn't go eat out in restaurants ever because someone might flick a booger into... It reminds me of the fucking, that Jim Carrey movie. What was it? Was it Bruce Almighty? When he was talking about someone might fucking get some cookie in the booger or something like that. Now, she is fucking nuts, man. She really is. She is quirky as hell. The worst kind, too. Like, I'm quirky. I do weird shit all the fucking time. I'm sure you could just see it. You could see it in me and my stories I tell and the way I talk. I just do weird fucking shit all the fucking time. But I don't step on no one's toes. I don't. I really fucking don't. My aunt steps on people's toes with her weird batshit shit. And I hate it. I hate it. Because you try to be nice to her and it's never enough. She just inconveniences everyone. So, my cousin moved. She finally moved. So, the clan here, the Last of Us, the Last Chungus, the Last of Us here in, Washington up here in the Seattle area. It is me, my wife, of course, but then, the homegrown family here. It's my aunt and my grandmother. That's it. That's all of us up here. My other aunt lives in somewhere else, out of state, and then my cousin moved as well. So it's just us up here. And, she's threatened to not let me see Grandma. And I don't know, man. Priorities, I know of a lot of people who don't want to get the vaccine. They don't want to get poked. They don't want the new shit, that was fast-tracked. They don't want it. They don't fucking want it, They're not anti-vaxxers. They just don't fucking want it. I didn't want it because, well, two reasons. Reason number one is that it was fast-tracked. Operation Light Speed, Trump called it. And I just didn't trust it. It's been about a year now, coming up on a year now. No hardcore spread of, symptoms. Of course, 15 years from now when people are growing extra arms and legs and shit, that'll be a thing that we won't know that happens until later. But, for right now, no one's dying of it. And you gotta weigh, the risks, A lot of people don't want to get it but got it anyway because they compromised. Health isn't really something you should compromise on, but there is the conundrum. The virus versus the vaccine. The cure can't be worse than the disease. And it is for some, but I understand now it's not. Vaccine seems to be working. People aren't getting sick over the vaccine. I didn't really think I needed the vaccine. And the thing is, people that cave into it, I don't know, man. The reasons why I care aren't the same reasons as everybody else. The reason why I caved isn't the same reason as other people cave. Other people didn't want to get it, but they caved because, the safety of their family. Oh, I did it for everyone else. I don't really want it, but I did it for them, or I did it for her, or I did it for them. I did it for my family, I did it for the kids. I didn't do it for any of that shit. I didn't fucking do it for that shit at all. I'm fucking healthy. My wife's fucking healthy. I didn't get the fucking vaccine for her. I didn't get the vaccine for my old grandmama. I didn't get it for my aunt. I didn't do it for none of that. Fuck all that shit. I will admit that. I did not get it because, I wanted everyone else to, be safe. Fuck that shit. Everybody uses that as an excuse. Everybody. My wife fucking got it because they would fucking fire her if she didn't have it. And so the risks we had to fucking make, specifically her, is, do you stand on your pride or do you swallow your pride and keep your job? She's got a pretty good gig. She's been slowly climbing up the ladder at the fucking, her establishment where she works. And she's come too far to pick up and start over again. And, oh God, come to think about it, she has to restart that program she's doing if she does it. Fuck. I gotta yell at her ass about that shit. Anyway, she's come too fucking far, and they were probably gonna, they didn't say it, but you see it now. You see it now. People are getting fired now if they don't get the vaccine. So Uh, that's the reason why. We had to kind of weigh that. She didn't really want to get it, but what are the chances she would get some sort of like hardcore? What are the chances she would get a fatal side effect? Or grow a third arm or something like that? I don't know. At the end of the day, at the end of the fucking day, I don't know, man. I really don't. She's not as tinfoil hat as I am. She's way more normal than I think of her sometimes. Sometimes I think of her as, like me. She has the exact same thoughts as me. She doesn't. She's way more normal when it comes to the political spectrum. Way more normal. Way more no gives a fuck. Way more fucks not given. Or way less, I should say. She don't give a fuck about the Trump shit, the Biden shit. She just doesn't give a fuck about any of it. She will laugh at anyone who does anything for any political reason. She's like, I don't give a fuck. She's like, freedom of speech, whatever. Oh, quick, you gotta get the vaccine or else. She don't give a fuck about any right-left shit at all. Me, though, it sucks that it's political, but, it is. It is. I'm sorry to say, but I just fucking fight, I don't like anyone trying to tell me what to do. I don't like when my wife tells me what to do. Sometimes she'll fucking throw the pants on and be like, hey, Turbo, you gotta fucking do this, man. You gotta fucking do this shit. I can't fucking do it. You gotta do this. She's the only one that makes me do shit. Anyone else, though, I'm talking anyone, I say fuck you. That's my go-to. Fuck you. You ain't gonna make me do it. Fuck you. All the good things, too. If you, tell me, oh, do this, it's good for the environment. Do this, it's good for your health. Do this, it's good for your neighbor. Do this, it's good. I'll say fuck you. I'll cut off my nose to spite my face if you tell me what to fucking do. I ain't doing shit. No one tells me what to do. So this vaccine shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna fucking do shit just because you fucking tell me to. But, go to the store with my wife every single time. I don't want to wear my mask. No, you wear it. Alright, I'll put it on. Burns me up, kills me inside. But, I do what I'm told when she tells me to do shit. But, I hate wearing this shit. I hate wearing the masks. Not because it's hard to breathe. I'm actually kind of used to just face coverings now. I'm used to the hot air and the stifled breath. I'm used to how it looks. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What I care about is someone always telling me what to do. I read up on the laws. I know what's going on. I know what my fucking constitutional rights are. Thing is, my constitutional rights don't mean shit. They don't mean a goddamn thing. And I live in the city of the Chaz. Oh, I'm sorry, the CHOP. It's an occupied protest. They changed the name of it. Yeah, the cops don't do shit. Cops don't do shit up here for no one. They violate people's rights. They ignore crimes. They're okay in the little suburb we live in, though. They're okay here. They're okay. But yeah, I don't know, push comes to shove. I don't know what they'd do. So, 'cause, 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 ' Guess I gotta swallow my pride, you know. Finally got the fucking vaccine. Alright, I'll get it. No one seems to be dying of it anyway. At least I could walk around without a mask on now. That was then. That was a couple weeks ago. Now, places are already starting to re-mask up here in the Seattle area. Now, even if I saw the sign saying you gotta wear a mask too. Masks optional if you got the vaccine. As soon as I saw fucking stores saying that shit, I took my shit off. I ain't gonna show no papers. What are you gonna fucking do? You ain't gonna make me produce no fucking papers. You know, it's unconstitutional to force someone to wear this fucking mask anyway, so off the fucking mask went. Things were fine for a couple weeks. Got into a few arguments with my aunt, who yelled at me because I didn't have the vaccine, but I was taking my mask off anyway. I told her, yeah, because I don't have to wear a mask. I do not have to wear a mask. It's unconstitutional to force someone to wear face coverings and gear and shit. You know? The only reason why I'd wear them is because they'd kick me out if I didn't. You know? I'm not wearing a mask for other people. She don't get it, though. She thinks it's a Trump thing or something. Is it? I didn't see that. I just see this weird thing being politicized. Like, the left is pro-masks and the right is anti-mask. Which isn't true at all, because you've seen time and time again Democratic gatherings, people not wearing masks. The only people wearing masks and protests and riots and shit are fucking Antifa that wear black bloc and masks to hide their face, not to cover their fucking mouths. So, you know, they don't really believe in that shit, but yet here it is, politicized. So, is it just something that they call right-wingers, you know, people that are against masks? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It's weird, though. It's weird that it's politicized. All I know is I don't want to wear one. And the more you tell me to fucking wear one, the more I'm gonna fucking say fuck you. This is my breaking video, I guess. I ain't doing it. I can't fucking do it anymore. It hurts when I don't. It hurts when I submit and I wear a mask. I'm like, I don't want to wear one. My wife is like, no, you wear one. You put it on. When we're up here together, you put one on. I told my aunt, alright, I'll get the fucking vaccine. She's crying at me on the telephone. She's like, I'm not crying because of this, that, and the other. I'm crying because you're not going to be able to see your grandmother anymore. Fuck, the bitch is already fucking dead anyway. She's gone. She's fucking gone, man. Last time we funny name, but Dick's Burgers. It's a thing. God damn, it's good. Wife and I went up there to get some Dick's Burgers, and we grabbed one for my grandmother. Had everything on it that she liked, except for onion. We drove by the place, stopped by, gave her the burger, chopped up some fresh onion, put it on that sumbitch. A little tiny burger. About the size of a Wendy's hamburger. Cut that thing in half. She loved it. She loved the shit out of it. I was there for maybe 15 minutes. And my God, just the same, she asks the same things over and over again. If you saw my last video about that kid dying, that 18-year-old kid that I knew passed on, he, you know, that news just broke. You know, that had just happened. I think it was maybe like a day afterwards, after my video. Like I filmed that day, put that video up, and the next day we went out. So my grandma kind of knew about that, but the whole time, the whole 15 minutes, she kept bringing it up, asking who it was, and she would switch back and forth. She would ask who was it that died Who was it that died? Was it your son? I'm so sorry. It's like, no, I don't have a son. I don't think. It's like, no. It was fucking Pam's kid, man. Oh, who's Pam again? She went from asking who the fuck it was to insisting that this 18-year-old kid was a 4-year-old toddler. Oh, yeah, was he about 4? Yeah, I couldn't imagine what that must be like. Even though her own daughter just died like 5 years ago. Just back and forth, back and forth. And I was like, no, Grandma. He was 18. He was 18. Oh, okay. So who died? Was it your son? I'm so sorry. Just back and forth. The whole 15 minutes. Oh, it's so exhausting. It just brings up the same fucking shit. Accusing me of stealing shit. Did you take my clicker? She has this, it looks like a pen. Looks like a pen, like this. And it clicks. Like a pen. And she calls it the clicker. There's a name for it. It sends a little electro pulses. It's like a massager, but it doesn't vibrate. It uses electricity, kind of like static shocks. Yeah, that's her go-to. You know, it's either that or the fingernail clippers. Did you take my fingernail clippers? Oh. I don't know, I'm being a little mean, but, you know, I feel like that sometimes. I feel like she's already dead. You know, her relationship, her and I, was not the best. When she first started getting her Alzheimer's. I understand a lot of it was the Alzheimer's. But, about the time I met Stacy, she started getting real mean. Real mean to me. So mean. So mean. Just so fucking mean, man. Like, I wish you were never born. Just mean ass shit, you know? And then, you know, she started like falling down the stairs and forgetting where she is and stuff, and the whole goddamn family, you know. After I left, this was over a decade ago. You know, her early onset is just so fucking mean. And then I left, right? I left, got my first apartment. Like I said, it was about the time I met Stacy. Then girlfriend, now wife. I just didn't see her anymore. I was like, peace. Like, she was so fucking mean. And then I hadn't seen her for, you know, a couple years. And the next time I saw her, she was nice. And it's because she was a different person in her head. Just nice. Oh, it's my grandson. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, woman? What do you mean, oh, my grandson? What? Are you kidding me? You hate my guts. What are you talking about? Holy fucking shit. You know, and then I made the mistake of trying to talk to her, you know, heart to heart about how she hurt me in the past. You know, getting some things off my chest, and she doesn't remember. I was like, well, that's that, I guess. Man. So then there was that phase where, you know, yeah, I thought I hated her, but I can't. You can't. Some people can. I can't, though. I can't hate someone who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She doesn't hate me. She never snaps back into the hate either. She just... I don't know. She's a sweetheart now. But yeah, I can't hate that anymore. So for the last few years, she's been real nice. Haven't seen her all that much though, because I don't know. She's not the same. I don't know what to do, man. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, well, you should take advantage of it. These are her last years of her life. You should spend more time with her." It's like spending time with someone you don't know. You know? Just forget the whole... Get it? Just set aside for a second all the, you know, the conversations where she asks fucking the same question over and over and over again. You know, never mind that shit. She's just not the same person. I try to reminisce with her and shit and talk about my mom, you know, her daughter, who passed away about 5 years ago. And, you know, I have to call her by her name, by her first name, Julie. My mother. I have to call her by her first name because if I say Mom, she won't know who I'm talking about. She'll think I'm talking about her. Or, you know, one of her other, you know, daughters. So I gotta be like, oh yeah, Julie, you know, I remember when this and that and that and this. And my grandmother will not remember. She's like, who? No, that was Jean. No, I thought that was you. So I can't even talk about my mom. With the only fucking family member who liked her. The only other one here left is my aunt. That's making me get the fucking COVID vaccine. They hated each other's guts. They hated each other's guts. My mom and her sister hated each other. So I can't ever fucking talk to my aunt about my mom, because it's always some weird shit. My aunt treated my mother like dog shit. And now that my mom's gone, she got some guilt going on. Yeah, so I don't like fucking going up there. I don't like visiting with my grandma. And then my aunt that doesn't take care of her very well. Man, my aunt's such a psycho, man. So, yeah, she's like, you gotta get this vaccine. Then I got wind it was getting FDA approved. It hadn't yet. That hadn't come out yet. But in between shot 1 and shot 2, it got FDA approved. So that was good timing on my part. I heard that it might get FDA approved here soon, though. That's mostly the reason why I caved, I guess. But, yeah. So she picked me up. We went to go get the second shot. And, man. Alright, so here's what happened. So she picked me up. First of all, I could have just I got it at Costco. Like a fucking trailer trash piece of shit. So I could have just went and got it myself, but she offered to take me. She went with me to make sure I got it. You know what I mean? She didn't trust me to just get it. She thought I'd lie about it. That's the type of thing with these people, man. My aunt. I don't want to talk shit about my family, especially because people like to use it on the internet against you. You know. But, you know, either here on my channel here or on my main channel, I don't want anyone to think it's okay to talk shit about my family. You know, if I'm like, oh yeah, so-and-so is a real fucking bitch, you know, that doesn't give you permission to call him a bitch. You know, it's just like in real life. If you got a friend or someone you know and they're talking shit, they're like, the old fucking ball and chain is fucking really fucking got my nuts in the vice today. That does not give you fucking permission to fucking talk shit about the dude's wife either. Just because he's fucking ragging on her, you know? I mean, that's why you don't air out your dirty laundry and all, but it should go without saying. But yeah. I'm the only one that gets to talk shit about my family. Anyway, she's the type of person that... Alright, there's two types of people. There's a type of person that believes in right and wrong and does not do certain things based off of that belief. Don't do that, that's wrong. Don't do this, that's wrong. Oh, I better do this because that's the right thing to do. Right? Normal people. And then, and you know what I'm talking about here, then there's the type of person who doesn't get the concept of right and wrong as things go. They have devolved it into sides and righteousness, and what they dictate right and wrong is based off of who is doing it, who is right and who is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm right, therefore what I say goes. I am right, therefore whatever I do is right. It doesn't matter if, you do it. It doesn't matter if you're doing the same thing I'm doing. You're wrong when you do it, and I'm right when I do it, because I am right and you are wrong. That's the type of person my aunt is. You could straight up do the exact same thing she does. Do as I say, not, do as I say, not as I do. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's the type of person she is. She just doesn't fucking get why people do certain things. Her allegiances and what she thinks, how she feels. Everything's about how she feels. Everything, that is what makes one right or wrong in her eyes. And that includes all this mask shit, which bugs the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? Bugs the fuck out of me. She's afraid I might give her mother COVID, but then she's going to go to somewhere like the casino. And then her daughter, my cousin, when she's in town and she visits, the two of them get together and they go to some public space or something. My cousin moved out to the fucking country. She is country girl. She is fucking Trump sign motherfucker. She didn't used to be, right? She didn't fucking used to be. This is the same fucking girl who yelled at me on Facebook years ago about a Trump joke I made. I fucking posted a joke picture. There was a candid shot of her with her and me, and somebody snapped it real quick, and it looked like she was angry. It looked like she was like attacking me or something like that. She wasn't. And in this photo, I thought it was funny. I put a caption in it, and I said, "Don't talk shit about Trump." And I posted on Facebook, and she flipped her shit. She like flipped the fuck out. Now she's fucking all for that shit. I find it funny. The family likes her more than me. Infinitely more than me. If we were both dying and you could only save one, I'm sorry, Turbo. Yeah! You gotta fucking go! We like the other cousin better. But I will say this, growing up and even as an adult, never heard anyone describe her as smart. Oh, she's so smart. Nah, I was the smart one. I was the smart one. She's more ambitious than me. She has a lot of values that I don't have. A lot of characteristics, positive characteristics that I do not have. But yeah, she's not dumb. But I don't recall anyone ever calling her smart as a descriptor. It's always she has a big heart. She works really hard. She's very artistic. She's a go-getter. She knows what she wants and goes and gets it. She's very sweet. She's got a green thumb. Animal lover. Smart's not on that list. Smart isn't on that list. I'm not going to go into her... I'm not going to go into why. But she has not... Let's just say she's made some stereotypical teenage girl mistakes. Let's just say that. But, you know, that's what she's up to right now. She is in MAGA country right now, and she's loving it. She flip-flops on her... what she thinks and believes in, and what she says she believes in. Including, like, mask mandates and stuff. So my cousin comes down in town, and her and her mom hang out, and then suddenly masks don't matter. You know, because she's kind of got a little taste of freedom, got a little taste out in there in the rural country, out there in MAGA country, you know. People do what they want. She picked up her first gun. You know, she bought a gun online. She came down to town to pick it up. Yeehaw, hoo-wee! Very proud of her, very proud of her. But, you know, she comes down here. Didn't even bring a mask. Didn't even think that you can't fucking go in anywhere without one. And, you know, so she goes to the casino with her mom. Rules for thee. Rules for thee. So my aunt, you know, her mom, does shit like that. That burns me up. And she's not evil. She's just doesn't get... She's dumb. She's not evil. She's just fucking stupid. And she doesn't get certain things. She doesn't get that, you know, if my grandma gets COVID, it's not going to be from me. That pretty much doesn't go anywhere as is. And I go up there maybe once a month. Right? She ain't getting it from me. If my grandmother gets COVID, it'll be from her. And now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You know, my grandma's not gonna live for very long. I don't even know if she's got another 5 years left in her. She's pretty bad as is. I don't know when her actual health. I don't know when her organs are gonna shut down and shit. You know, she already can't. I mean, it's already happening. Her hearing's starting to go, which is a symptom of. It's not just some random symptom of old age. She's always had great hearing, and then just recently it started to go, and it's not her ears, it's her brain. Same thing with her taste buds and her sense of touch. You know, she's always getting bruises and scratched up and bleeding from everything. She never knows what it's from, because she's always bumping herself or something. She doesn't have any feeling in some of her extremities. You could reach over and pinch her in the arm, she wouldn't know. So she's already starting to go, you know, health-wise like that. So she's not going to live for very long, but there is a chance that she could just randomly catch COVID from somewhere. And she'll probably die of it. You know, she'll be hospitalized, she won't ever come out. She'll probably be in there for months. She'll probably recover from it, but she'll have some permanent effects, respiratory issues, what have you, that will affect her other organs, which are, you know, she got all sorts of problems going on. And when she finally passes away, the doctors will put COVID on, you know, the cause of death. Comorbidity, of course. And, you know, I'm not going to be able to hear the end of it. My aunt will fucking blame me. Even though I got the goddamn vaccine. That's still what the story's gonna be. I'm not getting the booster. I'm not. I have the fucking vaccine. What did I get the fucking vaccine for? I'm not going back and... I might get it if it's like the Pfizer one. If this third booster shot, if that's FDA approved, I'll get it, probably. I don't want to. What are you doing, boy? Huh? You skulking around? Was he up on the goddamn table? I can't fucking see. It's so fucking dark. Yeah. Everything's insane. Man, I didn't even get to fucking tell the story. I'm just setting it up. I'm still setting it up. So that's what the hell's going on here. And so my aunt doesn't, like I was saying, my aunt doesn't trust me to get it if I say I'd get it. And this is why I segued into, what I was saying before about, different types of people. She doesn't get that. She doesn't get that I don't want the vaccine. She doesn't get why I don't want it. She just thinks I'm stupid. She doesn't bother asking questions or boiling it down. I try to explain to her. She dismisses it. She doesn't have to believe in what I believe. She doesn't have to, those motivators don't have to be something that motivates her. All she has to know is A, I value my freedom. I don't want some motherfucker telling me what to fucking do. And B, this is important to me, even though it's not important to you. That's all she has to fucking get, but she doesn't get it. She doesn't. She pretends she's sympathetic, but she doesn't fucking get why other people would do something she wouldn't. She doesn't get that. She just doesn't fucking get it. She doesn't get anything. Take, for instance, the whole LGBT thing, right? Just being gay. She's straight. She gets being straight. And she doesn't get... I understand that a gay person might just... They're not attracted to the same thing. Like a gay dude. A gay dude's attracted to other dudes. As a straight dude, I'm attracted to women. I don't need to be attracted to other dudes in order to get why they're gay. They're just attracted to dudes. Personal choice, orientation, the way you're born, God, whatever. That's just the way it is. I understand that. I understand that's the way it is. I don't need to suck a dick in order to get it. I don't need to be in the other person's shoes in order to understand the other person's shoes. My aunt is a big advocate for gay people and gay rights, but she doesn't get why. She doesn't get that that's a person's, preference. She doesn't get that's how they were built. She doesn't get the concept of living your best life. She just supports them blindly for whatever reason. She thinks it's a personal choice. She thinks that's what they decided to do because, it's true for some people. Some fucking weirdos fucking just decided they want to be part of the LGBT community. But she doesn't get the concept of just living your best life and doing something because that's what you want to do, regardless of whether or not you had a choice in it. She just doesn't fucking get certain things. And if you would ask her why does she support the community, she would say she would just repeat dogma back to you. She really doesn't get the concept of live and let live. She really fucking doesn't. She believes in right and wrong based on who is right and who is wrong. And she believes that the gay way is the right way. And if you're gay, then she supports it because that's right. She just doesn't get or understand anything. Which means she can't criticize any of that either, because there's a lot there to criticize. Now likewise, she doesn't fucking get why I don't want the vaccine. She doesn't get the concept of, freedom, unless it's, we're talking about her and someone's stepping on her toes. But she totally doesn't fucking get the concept of people stepping on my toes, when it comes to personal freedoms. She doesn't get that it's my choice. She doesn't get that I don't want it. She doesn't get why. She doesn't get that I don't like the fucking government telling me what to fucking do. She doesn't get that. And she doesn't care. And she never even asked. Even when I explained, she just doesn't ask why. She just thinks that's not the way. Therefore, she doesn't get that I'm not going to lie to her and pretend to get the vaccine. I'm not going to do that because I value my freedom, and I'm not going to pretend to get the vaccine to not get it. I'm not gonna pretend to go to Costco and get the vaccine. She thinks I would do that. That's what I mean. She doesn't get why I would or wouldn't do things. If I didn't want to get it, I just wouldn't get it. I would tell her I'm not doing it. I wouldn't lie about getting it if I feel this way. But she thinks that, I would. Which is, again, she doesn't fucking get it. So, that's offensive. That's offensive that she'd think I would lie and pretend to get it. I don't know. Maybe some people would. Maybe some people are just tired of... Just tired, I mean, I never did anything dishonest, with this whole COVID thing. People didn't want me in their stores. I didn't go in their stores. If people didn't want me over their house, I didn't go over their house. I didn't force anyone. I took my own car when I didn't have to, just because. I wore masks because it made them feel comfortable. But I never fucking, lied or weaseled or pretended to do something. You know what I mean? I never said I was wearing a mask when I wasn't. I never said that I, sanitized when I just didn't. I was straight up like, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. I'm not going to go out of my way to lie. I pissed some people off. Why would you do that? Because I don't give a fuck, that's why. She just doesn't fucking get that if I didn't want the fucking vaccine, I wouldn't lie and tell her I'd get it. I just wouldn't fucking get it. Not only that, but I fucking told her, yeah, we'll go, I'll let you take me and we'll do it. She doesn't get that I already went and got the first fucking shot. So why would I fucking lie and not get the second one? I already done got the first shot anyway. She just doesn't fucking get any concepts. So that's the reason why she's taken me when I damn well could have just gone myself. And I should have. I should have just fucking... Well, no, I can't because I don't have a fucking Costco card. Forgot about that. Anyway, we went, and this is after they started locking things up again. All of a sudden you now need to fucking wear your mask when you go into the store now, even though for the last couple of months we didn't have to. And she was like, she wanted me to wear a mask in there. I was complaining about that. I coughed. Like the day before. The day before I coughed. Straight up. She came over to deliver fucking, some goddamn, Blackberry Cobbler. I'll go get some. Because that sounds good. Because it sounds fucking good. Oh my God. Oh my God. She came over and brought over some Blackberry Cobbler. And moments before she came to the door, I had inhaled some water. I was drinking some water. And that bad boy. Choking on some water. And all that. I answered the door, and she heard me cough coming up the door. Peek out a little peephole. And the bitch is doing one of these, holding a fucking Blackberry Cobbler. Like a psychopath. I open up the door. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I don't want to catch what you got. I was so fucking mad. I open mouth coughed at her. I didn't get in her space. I just stood there and I went, just like that. Right? She freaked out. Well, she had an internal freak out. Under other circumstances, that would have blown the roof off of the joint. But she basically just said, here, bye, fuck you, and took off. So, it was a little worse than it was. The next day, I was still coughing a little bit. All that night, I was coughing and hacking. And I chewed up my throat. So the following day, my throat was itchy as hell. I was still kind of coughing. I know you've noticed I got a little cough. That's from the vaccine. I think. What a coincidence, right? Anyway, so my throat was a little scratchy from hacking and coughing all fucking day. So before I left, I popped a cough drop. So I get in the car, she comes pick me up. She had some sort of flavored Red Bull, and she wanted me to try it, and I told her I didn't want to. It tastes like shit. Because I got, that fucking cherry flavored cough drop in my mouth. Hey, doo-doo, what are you doing? And the look on her face, just all whites. You know? And I told her, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I said, my throat's scratchy from, last night. And she's like, here, and she's throwing masks at me. Here, wear this, wear this. She wanted me to wear a mask in the car. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. She freaked out. When I say freaked out, she was yelling at me, swearing at me, crying. Then it's, I'm gonna kill this person and I'm gonna kill that person. I told her, look, I'm not sick. I don't even have a cold. Yeah. She just doesn't get things I'm explaining to her. I think I handled myself pretty well too. I didn't yell or argue back. I didn't even raise my voice. But I was like, look, I don't mean to upset you. Don't want to make you uncomfortable. Because she's like, well, then I'm not taking you. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. And I was like, I'll just leave. We don't have to deal with this. You don't have to be upset. Grandma ain't gonna get COVID. I'll just leave. I'm sorry. I said, but I'm not putting that goddamn mask on. Right? Not putting that goddamn mask on. Get your tail out of the cobbler, boy. Get your tail out of the cobbler. And get your tail out of the cobbler. What are you doing, man? So he really wants to... You smelling that cobbler? You think you're getting some? You don't like that shit? Or do you? Get out of there. There, you had a taste. So, yeah, so she's freaking out and everything. Long story short, I've gone on for over an hour now. I really wanted to vent. I really wanted to just shoot the shit. Freaking the fuck out. I was ready to bounce. I was like, I'll get the fuck out of the car then. I ain't, because that was it for me. I'm like, I'm not... I was so mad at her. You could only get so mad. I've done a lot of growing up the past 10 years. Growing up that I didn't want to. Things were so easier when people were fucking assholes, and I hated their fucking guts, and I didn't give a fuck, and fuck you. So much easier. Now, like, I can't hate my grandma for treating me like shit. Because she doesn't remember it. And every time she sees me, she lights up. She gets all excited and happy. It's starting to weird me out less, but still. Can't get mad at that. My aunt. She's fucking psycho. And she imposes on everybody. But I can't get mad at her. She's got good intentions. And she's fucking driving me down there to get the shit, right? Crying and shit. She just doesn't get it. I just didn't want to wear a fucking mask. I got the goddamn vaccine. She has the fucking vaccine. My grandmother has the vaccine. I had the first fucking vaccine. I had the first fucking shot. No one's getting COVID. Yet, I had a scratchy throat and she's freaking out. Even if I did get it, she ain't getting it. That's not a symptom either. You don't fucking get a scratchy throat and a tickle and cough. That is not a COVID symptom. Shortness of breath and what have you. That is COVID symptom. Didn't have none of that. She freaked the fuck out. Anyway, I didn't wear the vaccine. I put my foot down. I said, I will fucking leave if you want me to. You don't have to take me to my appointment, but I am not putting that mask on. I'm not wearing a mask in the car like a bunch of retards when you got the fucking vaccine. Which they don't work anyway. We know they don't fucking work. They don't. So what the flying fuck, man? Not doing it. She spun out of there like a bat out of hell with me in the passenger seat. Tears running down her face. Slamming her hands on the fucking wheel. Like a fucking maniac. Like a 4'9" fucking maniac with fucking fake tan. Dyeing her roots. Freaking the fuck out. Punching her fucking rear view mirror. Oh my god. I soothed the wild beast, though. I soothed the wild beast. Talked nicely and calmly, like she was a child. The whole time, said a lot of I'm sorries. A lot of it's gonna be okay. I explained over and over and over and over again, like I was my grandmother, that I fucking chewed my throat up, hacking and coughing all the night before. You know, I told her, like, when you came up to the door, I literally was choking on my water. Honest to God truth. I'm not spinning some weird fucking story for y'all. That's what happened. In fact, if it's not what happened, and it was, I would tell you. I would say, that's what it is. My little thingum I got right now ain't part of that. But, I explained to her, it's not, I don't even have the cold. I was choking on water, hacked and coughed all night, scratched up my throat, needed a throat lozenge. That's all it was. Didn't care. Eventually she forgot about it. And then I actually got the shot, and she was so happy. And then I bought some plum quats at Costco and fucking left. She is so emotional and explosive. She was my best friend afterwards. By the time she dropped me back off, she was hugging me and all this good shit. What are you doing? Can you get out of here? There's nothing under there. I hate when he gets like this. He ain't bothering me, but he's acting like I dropped something, or he'll fucking, like he will fucking, he's acting almost ferocious. I'm like kicking at him and shit. Get out of here. And he's not fucking moving. Come on, man. What are you doing? He really wants some of this goddamn cobbler. I shouldn't give it to him, but maybe I should. I'll give him some. I'll give him some. You want some? Here. Ooh, shit. Ferocious little sumbitch. Anyway, that's my COVID story. Shot, whatever. And then I felt fine for the next couple hours. And then I got home. I felt fine. And then I felt a little dizzy. Just a little bit. Just tired. Like I was exhausted. Like I had caught COVID. Like I heard, the biggest COVID symptom is shortness of breath and exhaustion. That's how I felt when I got home immediately after the shot. Came home, sat on the couch. I was just fucking wasted. I couldn't get up to do anything. Eventually I went to bed hella early, which I never do. I'm always up longer than the average person. You're supposed to be up like 16 hours a day, sleep for 8. I'm usually up for like 18 hours a day, and I sleep for like 6, I went to bed so early. I want to say I went to bed at like 6. I slept until like noon the next day. I just fucking slept. And then I took a nap the next day. For the next 3 days, I slept like a son of a bitch. And then during that time, I had a little shortness of breath. It felt like I got a cold, honestly. Like I could feel my breath was heavy, my lungs. I stopped coughing, and then I got like my cough picked up a couple days later. Like day 3. Day 3 I was still real tired, but I developed a small like a cough. Like I could feel mucus coming on, right? And that's the way it's been for the past couple of days, is I've had this mucusy cough. My energy levels are fine, but I've had this little cough going on. And, yeah, just symptoms of the shot, I guess. It's not that bad. I never get sick, but when I do, it's usually real fucking brutal. This is nothing, so I'm not that worried or anything. But that's my COVID fucking story, Mad. That's my COVID story, man. Didn't want to get it. Kind of bullied into it. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I didn't do it for no one else. I sure as shit wouldn't do it if any authority told me to. If a hospital mandated or anything like that. When they start making you check for your papers, I ain't doing it. I ain't fucking doing it. I am not fucking doing it. I got my fucking card, and I'm not gonna fucking take it out ever. I'm not doing it. I'm not showing it to no police. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it. Fuck everyone. Not getting my 3rd fucking booster either. Here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll probably get the booster. Well, I can't get it until 8 months from now anyway, so that's what? At the end of April. At the end of April is when I'll fucking need to get it. But here's my plan. If they could roll this vaccine up with the flu shot, I mean, that's what the flu shot is. It's more than just the shot for the flu. Tons of variants, including some versions of coronavirus and other diseases and what have you, other contagionals. I get the flu shot every year, around October, November-ish. I've been doing that for the past few years, and it's been working well. And there's new variants. They update it every year. That's why you got to get one every year. If they roll in the COVID vaccine with all of its variants and whatever, if they roll that into the flu shot, so I could just need to get one shot a year, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Which I'm pretty sure they're going to do after a while. Even if it is like double, if they double you up. But that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get my yearly poke along with my flu shot. And that's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to do no boosters. I'm not going to do no seasonals. I'm not going to do no fucking, spring cleaning. No fucking summer pick-me-up. Just, once a year during flu season, which will now be COVID season. That's when I'm going to get my one a year. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm really hoping that they just roll it up into one shot. But, we'll see. This will be, I think, the first, flu season. Now, there's a flu season in, summer, too. But this will be the first flu season, the winter, the fall-winter flu season, where they're rolling out, the flu shot for everyone. It'll be the first one of those post, COVID vaccine. So I'm hoping they'll roll it all up into one. Anyway, guys, he's still down here. He's down here milling around. Like I dropped food everywhere. Like I'm a fucking dirty fucker. Whoops. Still sniffing around. Come here. I got my feet on him. He's freaking out. He's acting like he's in trouble. And then he's bucking my... He does what I tell him. He's a very good kitty. I yell at him, tell him to get down, tell him to do something. He'll do it. But, when I shoo him away from something I don't want him at, he does what I tell him. But right now, he ain't doing it. I'm, kicking at him, saying, what are you doing? Usually he fucking runs off when I do that stuff. But right now, he don't give a fuck. He's like, fuck you, I'm gonna look. He never does this. He's always a very good kitty, but now he's... Yeah. He ain't a really good kitty right now. You're not doing what Daddy wants you to do, which is fuck off. Nah, he don't care. He's like, fuck you. I do what I want. And he's just like, Daddy, fuck everyone. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. Anyway, guys, I have no idea what I'm gonna title this fucking video. I have no idea. I'm gonna title it fucking Blackberry Cobbler. Home fucking blackberries picked on the side of the road, washed. She said she does this every year, and she always wants everyone to come with her because she gets barrels and baskets full, tons, and she ends up throwing away over half of them anyway. Such a weirdo, man. But she makes me Blackberry Cobbler. Delivers it to my house. I don't know. Does that sound like a nice aunt to you? Someone who makes you homemade Blackberry Cobbler and delivers it unprompted? Maybe I'm just blowing everything out of proportion. Maybe I'm just an asshole. Like I said, everyone in my family would pick my cousin over me. If it's between her and me, like fucking, was it The Last Son, The Lost Son, The Good Son, The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and fucking fucking Nigger Jim's little friend, Elijah Wood. The whole Nigger Jim thing. That's Tom Huckleberry Finn. The book. In the book, he's called Nigger Jim. And I don't remember if they call him that or say that in the movie, but Elijah Wood played Huckleberry Finn in the movie. That's why I called him that. Yeah, so just getting the weirds out for my video tomorrow on my main channel. If you wanted to check that out, I don't know if I have any links or anything to my main channel. Just search it. It's Is Turbo 1984, because I'm an old fuck. A lot of people think that's a Orwell reference. It's not. It's not. It's just the year I was born. Anyway, check that shit out. It's video game bullshit. I talk about video games. Don't talk about politics or anything else there. This is the channel I want to vent and talk about my bullshit, so yeah, I'll do that. I've gained a couple of subscribers the past couple of days here on this channel, but lost a couple on my main channel at the same time. I wonder if some users just switched. We're like, you know what? I'd rather hear about his crazy shit over on this other channel, and I'll just kind of ditch the video game bullshit. I wonder if a couple people did that. What are you doing, man? You're acting so weird. I gotta handle this shit. I gotta fucking go. I gotta eat the rest of this fucking cobbler before it goes bad, because it's been about a week now. Pour me a nice glass of milk. Finish watching Star Trek. I've never seen Star Trek before. A couple months ago, I started watching Star Trek: The Next Generation on Netflix, and it is so good. It's so good. It's one of my top fucking TV shows of all time. Never been a Trekkie. I am now. I am now. So good. I'm in the final season. Very sad to see this show go. Anyway, live long and prosper, faggots. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Thanks for listening to me, bitch.